What is going on, guys? T-Tizzle here today, bringing you another YouTube video. In today's video, I will show you the best strategy to unlock the speedcola, staminup, and Deadshot Daiquiri Schematic so that you will be able to craft these perks every game in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. If you guys haven't, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. On the top right into the video, we're going to need to set up your class. For these perks, you do not need anything special, just put on whatever your favorite gun is. I would recommend not using a secondary gun so that you can run fast with your fist. This will optimize the amount of contracts you can do in your 45-minute window. I'd also recommend putting on decoy grenades to get you out of any sticky situations when you're being swarmed by zombies, and a thermite since I believe it is the best lethal in the game. You can also come in with any perks or pack-a-punch crystals you already have to make this even easier. But for these schematics, we will be staying in the level 1 zone, so you don't need anything real powerful in order to survive. But if you have some crystals or rarity tools, feel free to use them to make this even easier. I would also recommend bringing in a large backpack, a 3-plate vest, and a self-revive. And now that we're all completely set up, let's go ahead and hop right into the gameplay. Go ahead and get started. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is if you came in with any perks, pack-a-punch crystals, or anything like that, let's go ahead and use them. So for me, I'm going to use a pack-a-punch crystal. I'll use Deadshot Daiquiri. I'm not going to use any of my tools. Like I said, we're staying in level 1, so I don't feel like wasting any of my epic tools. But I'm going to go ahead and pop all my perks and be ready to go. So the whole point of this video is so that we can try to get the speedcola schematic, Deadshot schematic, or the staminup schematic. So if you guys didn't know, in order to get those 3 different schematics, all you have to do is to complete contracts inside of the level 1 zone. You're still going to be subject to random chance. You just got to kind of hope after you do a contract that in your gift afterwards it gives you the schematic, but nothing's guaranteed. But in order to get those schematics, you just have to continuously do them contracts over and over and over in the level 1 zone. So obviously the very first thing you're going to want to do is find a contract. The contract that I recommend doing first is the deliver cargo contract, and hopefully I can beat this guy there. The reason I really recommend this one is, 1, it's super easy. All you're going to be doing is driving a vehicle to a extract point, and 2, it gives you probably the best vehicle outside of the bike inside of this game. So if you can start out with one of these, it's going to go really quick and you're going to get a really good vehicle. Oh, this guy's upset. I beat him to it. So I'd always recommend doing a supply run contract first, but if you have something else near you that's fairly easy, you might as well go ahead and do that and make your way to a supply run contract. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do this contract, and we'll deliver this thing to the extract point, and then I will pick the video up whenever I get back there.
Let's move.
Alright, so we're pulling up on the extraction point right here. You'll see my vehicle took a lot of damage on the way over here, but that's okay. We can always go ahead and repair it. But we'll jump out of here, check our gift. Got a quick revive, got a kill streak. Might as well go ahead and throw a few of these on. I'll stow that as well. And now we'll go ahead and use this tool on my gun to make it have a little bit more damage. But as you see right there, I mean, the contract didn't take that long to do. It probably took me about a minute, and it took me right to another contract. So now I'm going to instantly go ahead and pick up this tank contract. We'll go ahead and start going on with it and just keep doing these contracts back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and doing everything we can to get as many contracts done as we can in this 45-minute window so that we can get the schematics we're all looking for. There are a few contracts that I do recommend doing and a few I don't recommend doing. I like the tank one. For some reason, I feel like it just has a better drop rate percentage. Anytime I've ever did a tank contract, whether it be level 1, 2, or 3, it always seems like it drops me better items. It does take a little bit longer to complete because you got to drive to 3 of these different ether things and destroy them. But at the end of the day, this is a game. We're here to have fun, and it's also zombies is what we're playing. And this contract, all it does is put a ton of zombies around you, so that's always fun to just go ahead and just kind of load in the map and then destroy a bunch of zombies. So this tank one, it does take a little bit longer. It's not going to be the fastest to do, but I do believe that it has a pretty good drop rate on the stuff that it does drop. And it's also just a fun contract to do because you're just going to get swarmed by zombies. Like, you see how many zombies and manglers are already spawning. Got to defend this tank. It's just a really fun contract to do. But yep, I'll go ahead and pick this video back up as soon as this contract's done, and I'll talk to you guys then. Alright, and boom, just like that, we have completed this contract. So let me go ahead and kill off a few of these zombies that are here, and we'll see what reward we have for us. And ideally, it's going to have us one of the schematics that we are looking for. But it's never guaranteed, and unfortunately, there is a disciple here that's just wanting to ruin my day. One of the bad things about this is I'm going to go ahead and hit this. Tombstone, again, I mean, might as well just go ahead and use it. It's in the game. But yeah, now we're just going to go ahead and keep doing contracts back and forth and back and forth. So I did say there's a few contracts I do recommend not doing. And the main reason I recommend not doing those is just because I do not like dealing with mercenaries. If you guys like fighting mercenaries, I mean, to each their own, you guys can go ahead and do those if you want. But I just find them to be a little more difficult and not as satisfying because at the end of the day, we're here to play zombies. So anytime I'm going against mercenaries, it just doesn't feel right. And one of them contracts just so happens to be one of these weapon caches. This is probably one of the only ones that's going to involve a mercenary that I would recommend just because, one, you get a reward from the typical gift, and two, if you loot the weapon cache at the very end, it may give you a gold rarity weapon, which is always really nice to have that you can exfil with and do in the next game. But let me go ahead and look on the map and see a few other ones. Now, the Defend Ground Station, that is the one I recommend the least out of any of the contracts. That by far takes the longest, and it's just not fun to do. You pick up the contract, and you basically have to defend an area for about 5 minutes, and it's nothing but mercenaries coming at you, and it just doesn't feel right. But as you see, a Spore control just spawned right here. I really do recommend doing these. These are very easy. You don't even really need a vehicle. It's going to spawn them the Spore is very close to where you pick up the contract, and you can get a Spore contract done in about 45 seconds. So we'll go ahead and pick this up, and I'm gonna avoid this mercenary convoy. Like I said, I just don't really like dealing with them as a whole. But yeah, now we're just gonna wait. We're gonna grab the Spore contract. We'll see where it goes. That one went a little bit further. We'll go ahead and get our vehicle and go over there, and then we'll go ahead and do this contract, and I'll talk to you guys as soon as we're done with this. Doing the Spore contract now, and I just wanted to show you guys a cool little tip that I feel like a lot of people didn't know you could actually do in the game. So I think these things are called inhibitors or something along that line. After you destroy a Spore, you can pick these up again and then go use them on the next few Spores. And it may save yourself a little bit of time so you don't got to keep running back and forth to the toolbox. So I found that to be pretty useful, and I don't think everybody knows that you can do that. So I'll go ahead and already have to, so I can't pick that one up. But we'll go ahead and destroy these Spores. Where did this one spawn? This is I haven't ever had one have an interesting spawn like this before. Did it go to the roof? But yeah, overall, this contract in general is just a pretty enjoyable one. One, it's not too hard. I'll go ahead and hang out here and wait for it to be ready. And it's just nice whenever you do a contract that only has to do with zombies. But yep, that's the main tip I had for this one, is after you destroy the Spores, you can always pick these items back up again and then use them on the next Spore. Yep, I'll pick this video back up as soon as I get this next one destroyed. Alright, we have the last one ready to be destroyed now, so all we gotta do is shoot the egg-looking item. Spores, I guess what you call them. Get your gift and see what you got. I got another uncommon ether tool, but that's okay. Now we're just gonna keep moving on with doing the contracts. We're gonna go back to our vehicle. And this is what I was saying. This is why it's really important to go ahead and do one of the supply run contracts early, is because you get one of these big vehicles that I believe just to be the best in the game, and they honestly are pretty mobile too. So now I'm just gonna get away from these zombies so they'll stop smacking my vehicle and everything like that, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the next contract. I'd say the next one I'm probably gonna do is a bounty. I enjoy doing bounties quite a bit just for the same concept. One, they're very easy to do, and two, it's just fun going and fighting a pretty big boss on the map. It's like a little mini game inside of itself. So I'll go ahead, I'll probably stop at a gas station, fill up, and then meet you guys once I pick up the contract. Alright, so we almost have this bounty taken out real quick. We'll go ahead and finish him off, and we'll see what he gave us. Brain rot mod, alright, that isn't the best, but it's completely okay. One thing I did want to mention is that the whole goal of this is we're trying to get speedcola, we're trying to get Deadshot, and we're trying to get staminup. But at any point, if you guys came in here, you didn't come with all the perks, you didn't come with pack-a-punch crystals, you didn't come with the best gun, feel free to drive over, hit the mystery box, or hit staminup, hit pack-a-punch, or get anything you want, just to make sure the game is being as enjoyable for you guys as it possibly can be. And then, one, it'll help you guys have more fun on the game, and two, it'll help out with getting more contracts done also. But yeah, I'd say that's the main thing for this video. One more thing I just want to show you guys on the map would be the contracts that I recommend doing, the ones I don't recommend doing. And this just all comes down to personal preference. So like I said, the raid weapon stash, that one isn't too bad. My main issue with that is that you have to fight mercenaries. I don't like ether extractions because there's a bunch of mercenaries, and it seems like it's a little bit more difficult, and you can get downed even when you shouldn't be. The Outlast, that's a pretty fun one to do because that's basically a stronghold that you're going to hold down while zombies are swarming you. Hold up, there's a zombie rolling up on me. He's going to ruin the video for me. Let me go ahead and get up on top of this hill. This looks safe. The one that I 100% do not recommend doing is the ground station. It absolutely takes the longest to do, and you're fighting only mercenaries, which just isn't fun to me. The Spore contract is fun to do, which is the one that we did just before this. The bounty contract is obviously fun to do, and then also doing the supply run contracts are really fun. So yeah, guys, that's probably going to be it for the strategy in this video. Just make sure you guys hop into the Modern Warfare Zombies and you do as many of them level 1 contracts as you can. The more you get done, the more likely you are to be able to get the schematic that you're looking for, but at the end of the day, it's still always going to be subject to random chance. But the more and more contracts you do, the more likely you are to get it. But yep, I hope this is helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.